Rise with India podcast on ET Now.
Good morning and a warm welcome to this episode of ET Now Rise with India podcast. I'm your host Rohit. Today is the 7th of September. Over the next few minutes, you will get to hear all that matters this morning in the world of business, markets, and the top stories. So before we start, here's what's on the episode. TCS has set the date for its staff to return to work. India again administers more than 1 crore COVID doses, and Maruti has raised prices of its entire product range. You're with ET Now's Rise with India podcast, and these are the top stories. TCS has set the return to office date for its 5 lakh strong employees by the end of the year or early next year. Aluminum prices are at the highest level in 10 years after a military coup in mineral-rich Guinea has disrupted the supply chain. The Taliban claim they have overcome the last pocket of resistance in Afghanistan in the province of Panjshir, a region that has held out against them so far. Also in the COVID corner, for the third time in the last 11 days, India has administered more than 1 crore doses of COVID vaccine in one day. On to global roundup, and American stocks and bond markets were closed for Labor Day, but the US index futures are indicating a modestly higher open. This week on Dalal Street, the week started with modest gains, but investors are getting cautious. This also makes space for consolidation for the index, with options data hinting at a range of 16,800 and 17,800 for Nifty. The measure of volatility has also perked up beyond 15, causing nervousness. Already this month, FIIs have outpaced the entire buying scene in August. On Monday, FIIs sold shares worth about 590 crore rupees, while DIIs bought shares worth about 550 crore rupees. Reliance and Infosys single-handedly moved Sensex on Monday. Even though we made a new high for a third day, the momentum may not be the same. Let's tell you about the active stocks this morning. Keep an eye on the shares of Reliance Industries, for they have run up 15% in last 5 weeks in anticipation of the JioNext phone launch. Fitch Rating has said that uncertainty over bidders, process complexity, valuation may lead to potential delays in privatization of BPCL. Dish TV has informed exchanges that lender Yes Bank has sought to replace some directors on the board of the company. Edelweiss has raised 400 crore rupees through issuance of non-convertible debentures. Leading home textile maker Welspun India has received approval from the US health regulator for its 3-ply surgical mask. Infosys has almost completed its buyback program, and its buyback committee will meet on September 8th to consider closure. Maruti Suzuki has increased prices of its entire product range except Celerio by up to 1.9%. India's sugarcane production is likely to decline marginally to 30 million tons in the next season as more sugarcane will be diverted for ethanol making. Lower interest rate on spectrum liability and interest waiver on its AGR dues can help Vodafone Idea with nearly $1 billion in annual relief, according to a top brokerage note. Airlines will cheer the report, claiming domestic air passenger traffic continued to grow in August, with volumes growing up to 30% month on month. Those were the stocks and news, and that's all we have time for. Thank you for listening in. We will be back again tomorrow with a fresh episode of the Rise with India podcast. Wish you a great day ahead.
The Rise with India podcast on ET Now.